Welcome to the Property Elite podcast. I'll be your host, Jen Lehman, Chartered Surveyor and co-founder of Property Elite. Stay tuned each week for more on industry hot topics, market updates and new RICS guidance. In this week's podcast, I take a look at the RICS Consumer Guide, Boundary Disputes in England and Wales. It's essential listening for any APC and AssocRICS candidates or chartered surveyors who come across boundaries and boundary disputes in their professional work. It'll also be of interest to anybody who is a homeowner or tenant of a rented property. We also have a previous blog and podcast on the RICS boundary guidance. Please head to our website to find this. So why did RICS publish this consumer guide? RICS published it because boundary disputes can be expensive, emotionally charged and time-consuming, particularly if they become litigious. Disputes often arise when new boundary features are installed, boundary lines are not clear, or a new structure is built close or up to a boundary. Party walls also need to be considered in these scenarios. In most cases, we cannot choose who our neighbours are. And irrespective of any disputes, we often have to continue living next to them. So having a good understanding of the law and basic principles is essential. Boundaries take many physical forms, including fences, walls, hedges, edging stones, building walls or edges, roads, ditches, and rivers. Understanding a property's boundaries during the pre-acquisition and conveyancing processes are essential. This will partly be the role of the solicitor or conveyancer, but there is also some basic due diligence that you can undertake as a surveyor or for your own property purchases. 1. Review a copy of the Land Registry Title Register and Title Plan, the latter of which will include a red line denoting the general site boundaries. This will not include the physical boundary features, exact position or legal course. It only costs £3 per copy document in PDF format, so there's no excuse not to check it. Or of course, you can request a copy from your legal advisor. Number 2 is to take a copy of the title plan to site and compare it to what you can see on the ground through inspection and walking the site boundaries. This will identify any differences in the boundary lines or physical structures on site. Number 3. Other useful documents to check will be the full title deeds, historical documents, and aerial photographs. 4. Engage with the neighbouring property owners to identify the boundaries and maintenance liabilities. You can also check the Property Information Form TA6 for residential purposes for further clarification on this point. If the boundaries or liabilities are not clear, then these need to be agreed and ideally in writing. Any work to boundaries or erection of new boundary features should be consulted on beforehand. And 5th and finally, if the property sits adjacent to a public highway or right-of-way, then the local highway authority should be contacted for clarification of this boundary. Thanks for listening to the Property Elite podcast this week. Head to our website to check out our full blog, free and paid support resources and services, free consultation for every single RICS APC and AssocRICS candidate, and also ask us any questions you have via the website chat blog. See you next week.